My child, a great danger is drawing near your life, and you do not see it. But I see it. I have come to speak, not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Do not turn away from these words. Do not treat them lightly, for in the next moments I will open your eyes to what has been hidden, and I will stretch out my hand to pull you from what seeks to destroy you. There is a weight in the air. Can you feel it? A shifting, subtle but sure. The winds of battle are stirring, not in the natural alone, but in the spiritual realm around you. You are being watched, not only by those who love you, but by those who wish you harm. There is one who prowls like a lion, waiting for the moment when you are tired, distracted, wounded, so he might strike. But I am here, child. I have always been here. And now I raise my voice to warn you. There is a path beneath your feet that seems harmless, but just ahead it bends toward destruction. You have questioned the unease in your spirit, the restlessness in your sleep, the heaviness you cannot explain. That is my spirit tugging on your heart. That is my whisper calling you to attention, because I see what you do not see. This tragedy, this thing approaching, is not random. It has been forming behind closed doors. It is wrapped in familiar faces and innocent words, but beneath it, there is a snare. There is betrayal crouching in the shadows. There is division planted like a seed, watered with bitterness, fed by misunderstanding. And if you do not stay close to me, child, it will bloom into sorrow. You must understand, this is not my will for you. I am not the author of confusion. I do not design destruction for my beloved. But the freedom I gave humankind allows choices that ripple and collide. And now the choices of others, mixed with the schemes of the enemy, are converging into something dangerous. But I am here, and I am trying to save you. Do not ignore the nudges I place inside you, that small hesitation before you speak, that sudden thought to reach out, that urge to pause before you act. These are not coincidences, they are the whispers of my spirit trying to guard you. You have dismissed them before. You've called them your own thoughts. But they were me, child, always me, trying to guide you away from the trap before it is too late. You've grown weary, haven't you? Quietly, slowly. The fire you once carried flickers more than it burns. The prayers that once leapt from your lips now come only when the pressure mounts. You are not failing me, beloved. You are tired. But in your tiredness, the enemy has taken notice. He knows how to twist exhaustion into apathy, how to turn weariness into a door left unlocked. But listen closely. I have not forsaken you. I am not distant. I am near, closer than your next breath. And though the darkness thickens, though the noise grows loud around you, my voice will not be drowned out. I will not stop speaking. I will not stop reaching for you, because you are mine, and no enemy will take you from my hand unless you let go of it first. There are conversations happening around you, even now, that are sowing discord. There are people the enemy has influenced, people who once stood with you, now struggling with wounds they haven't confessed. They are listening to lies about you, lies born of old pain and hidden jealousy. You have sensed something shifting. You've felt the coldness creep in, but you have not understood why. I am showing you now. This is the beginning of what could become tragedy, if not stopped. This is not just a natural storm, it is a spiritual ambush. The enemy has planned to use people, miscommunication, and timing to create an explosion in your life. But even now, I am unraveling the cords. Even now, I am stepping between you and disaster. Even now, I am raising a standard against the flood. But I need your agreement, child. I need your alignment. You cannot partner with peace while holding on to offense. You cannot walk in victory while entertaining bitterness. That is the trap. That is how he gains access, not through power, but through pain. Forgive quickly, love fiercely, pray when you don't feel like it. Speak life when your mouth wants to stay silent. Obey even when it costs you comfort. This is how you walk above the storm. This is how the tragedy is turned away. I see the moment the enemy has plotted, yes, the very hour. But I have already moved ahead of him. I have placed people who will pray for you. I have sent angels to stand watch over you. I have begun to close the doors the enemy planned to open. But your part is to stay in the secret place. Abide in me. Listen closely. Every day draw near. Child, do not mistake my delay for indifference. The tragedy has not yet arrived because I have been shielding you, giving you space to respond to my voice. But the time is narrowing, the window is closing, and now I speak with urgency, not because I want to scare you, but because I love you too deeply to stay silent. You are not alone in this. You never were. You are surrounded, protected, covered. I have placed my spirit within you. I have clothed you with armor not made by human hands. You are not a victim. You are not powerless. You are my warrior, my beloved, my vessel of light in a world that grows darker each day. So rise, even if trembling. Lift your head, even if weary, and fix your eyes on me. For I am still the one who walks upon the waters. I am still the one who calms the storm. And I am still the one who calls you mine. My child, come closer. The battle you are walking through is not just with people, not just with circumstances. It is a battle for your peace, for your faith, for your calling. And though it wears many disguises, though it comes dressed as offense, delay, disappointment, or isolation, at its root is the enemy of your soul, trying to uproot you from my presence. There is a heaviness around you that you've carried in silence. You smile, but your spirit sighs. You push through each day, but your heart wonders when it will all shift. You are surrounded yet feel unseen. You serve others, yet feel forgotten. But I see you. Every unseen sacrifice, every private tear, every silent battle fought in the corners of your soul. And I tell you now, those moments have not gone unnoticed. I have captured every tear, and I hold them like treasure, because you are precious to me. There are things moving behind the veil, things you cannot yet perceive, but I see them clearly. Plans are being made, some meant for harm, some for hope. The enemy whispers that you are losing ground, but I say to you now, I have been preparing a table for you, even in the presence of those who misunderstood you. Even in the place where you were betrayed, I am creating honor. But child, before the table is seen, the test must be walked through. And this test, it is not meant to break you, but to reveal what I've already built in you. Do not fear the tension you feel. It is the pressure of growth. Do not fear the silence. It is in the quiet that I speak most deeply. The tragedy that seeks you is not only external, it is an internal unraveling the enemy hopes to achieve. He knows if he cannot destroy your life, he will try to destroy your heart, to make you cold, suspicious, closed off, to rob you of love. But listen to me, you were not made to live guarded. You were not formed to walk alone. I did not place my spirit within you so that you would become hard. I made you tender on purpose, because love, even when it hurts, is still your greatest weapon. That's what the enemy fears. That even after all you've endured, you still believe, you still forgive, you still hope, and you still call on my name. The tragedy that approaches hopes to make you give up on the very thing I called you to protect. Your softness, your trust, your connection to me. That's why the attacks have come in waves. That's why people closest to you have been used to wound you. That's why your dreams feel distant and your prayers feel delayed. The enemy is trying to twist your timeline to convince you that delay is denial. But I tell you, child, no delay in my kingdom is wasted. What I'm building in you requires depth, and depth takes time. If I allowed everything to happen when you asked, you would not be ready for the weight of the blessing. You would not recognize the counterfeit from the real. You would not have eyes sharp enough to discern the difference between my voice and the voice of manipulation. So I have slowed you, not to punish you, but to prepare you. And now, even as the storm gathers, I speak peace over your mind. You must not fear the shaking that is coming, for what will fall was never meant to stand. The structures in your life that are built on fear, on striving, on approval, those will tremble. But what is rooted in me will not be moved. And child, I am doing you a mercy by allowing the shaking now, so that you are not destroyed by it later. You've prayed for clarity, haven't you? You've asked me to reveal the hearts of those around you. You've asked me to protect you from what you cannot see. That is what I am doing now. But understand, clarity often comes wrapped in exposure. It comes when I allow what is hidden to come to the surface, not to harm you, but to free you. Some of the people who once walked with you cannot go where I am leading you, and that hurts. It feels like rejection, but it is redirection. I am cutting ties with what is draining you. I am removing false coverings and shallow support. For too long, you've leaned on those who spoke well but did not stand when the winds came. I am aligning you now with those who carry my heart, those who won't just clap when you win, but kneel with you when you bleed. And child, as I expose what was false, I will also restore what was real. There are relationships that can still be healed, but it must begin with humility. Be quick to repent, quick to listen, slow to speak. The enemy thrives in pride and stubbornness, but I dwell in the heart that says, "Search me, Lord, make me right." This is how the tragedy is avoided, not always by escape, but by transformation. Sometimes I do not remove the fire, I refine you in it. Sometimes I do not take away the storm, I teach you how to sleep through it, as I did. My son rested on a pillow while the winds raged. That same peace is yours. It is not far, it is not hidden. It is within you because I live within you. You must stop measuring your safety by the absence of struggle. Safety is not in circumstance, it is in presence. My presence. When you walk through the waters, I am with you. When you pass through the fire, it will not burn you, because I have called you by name. You are mine. There will be moments, even in the coming days, when fear will try to rise, when thoughts will flood your mind like a tide. And in those moments, remember this word. Come back to it, speak it aloud, let it anchor you again. For my words do not return void. They accomplish what I send them to do, and I have sent this word to preserve you. Child, the world around you may shift, but I do not change. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The one who carried you through last season will carry you through this one. I was with you in the valley. I will be with you on the mountain. And even now, as the storm clouds form, I wrap you in my peace. You are not fragile. You are chosen. You are not overlooked. You are deeply known. And though tragedy knocks, it will not enter, for I have stationed my angels at your door. I have marked you with my name. I have sealed you with my spirit, and I will not let what I love be taken. Rest in me, beloved. The worst thing the enemy can throw will still fall short of my grace. The deepest pain cannot drown the song I've placed in your spirit. So sing, even if it's through tears. Stand, even if your knees tremble. For the battle is mine, and I have already won it. My child, you are not as alone as you feel. I know the weariness that has crept into your soul like a slow fog, dimming the light you once carried so brightly. I know the nights when the silence feels heavier than sound, when your prayers seem to return to you unanswered, and when hope feels like it's slipping through your fingers. But I tell you again, do not be deceived by what you feel. I am still here. I have never left your side. I am still trying to save you. You ask, Lord, if you are near, why do I feel this pain? Why do I see so much confusion, division, loss? And I say to you, because the battle has intensified, because the enemy knows that breakthrough is close. He sees the door I am opening before you, and he fears what you will become if you walk through it. So he strikes harder, he speaks louder, he weaves lies into the voices around you and tempts you to give in to doubt. But don't surrender to the voice of despair. Don't give your ear to the one who only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. For I am speaking too, and my voice may be gentler, but it carries eternal power, it carries resurrection, it carries restoration. Even now, while the enemy schemes, I am preparing the very thing that will overturn his plot. What you are facing is not a random storm, it is targeted, it is strategic. But so is my defense over your life. I have assigned angels to you, to shield and minister to you. I have placed intercessors in your path, some who know your name, others who do not, but who feel my burden for you in their spirit and pray on your behalf. Do not think you are uncovered. You are surrounded by my grace. Still, I speak these words with urgency, because the tragedy the enemy has set in motion draws near. It is not a physical storm alone, but a spiritual collapse the enemy hopes to orchestrate, a collapse of your strength, your confidence, your identity. He wants to break your spirit so that you no longer believe what I've spoken over you. He wants to infect your perception so that you no longer see yourself through my eyes. But listen closely, beloved. What I say about you is final. No accusation, no failure, no delay can cancel my purpose for you. You may stumble, but I uphold you. You may falter, but I restore you. You may feel unworthy, but I call you chosen. I knew every flaw, every scar, every mistake before you ever made them, and still I called you mine. The enemy cannot steal what I've sealed, yet he will try, and this is how: through offense, through isolation, through compromise. He will use the people closest to you to stir conflict. He will whisper to you to walk away. He will tempt you to silence when you should speak, and to speak when you should be still. He will make the wrong path look peaceful, and the right one look hard. But you must discern, you must stay anchored, and you anchor yourself, child, not in feelings, but in truth, my word. The scriptures are not outdated letters. They are your lifeline. They are the sword in your hand and the foundation beneath your feet. The enemy flees not from your emotions, but from my truth declared in your mouth. When you speak my promises, you awaken the authority I placed within you. Do not let my word gather dust while your heart gathers wounds. Come back to my word, not just for comfort, but for power. Speak it in the morning, declare it at night. Let it wash over your mind like living water. And when the enemy reminds you of your fears, remind him of my faithfulness. When he reminds you of your past, remind him of his future. He is defeated, and every weapon formed against you will fail so long as you abide in me. Still, child, I see the burden you carry, the one you haven't shared with anyone, the secret fear, the unspoken pressure, the sense that everything depends on you. But it doesn't. It never did. I never asked you to carry the weight of the world. I only asked you to carry my presence. I am the one who holds all things together. You do not have to strive to keep things from falling apart. You only have to stay in step with me. You feel the tragedy pressing close, the tension in relationships, the sudden breakdowns in communication, the unexpected losses. But don't let these convince you I am absent. They are not signs of my distance. They are signs that the enemy is desperate. He is attempting to break what I have blessed. But what I have blessed, I will protect. Even now, I am moving. Even now, I am softening hearts that have hardened. Even now, I am restoring the ground beneath your feet. But your part is to trust me, to wait when I say wait, to move when I say move, to let go when I ask, even if it hurts. You've asked me why some doors have closed so abruptly. You've grieved the relationships that ended without warning. But hear me, child. Some doors must shut before they become gateways for greater harm. Some people must walk away before they lead you into compromise. Some endings are not losses, they are layers of protection. I am teaching you to trust my no as much as you trust my yes. For even in my refusals there is love. Even in my silence there is strategy. I am never careless with your heart. And now I call you to stillness, to quiet your spirit from the noise, to come away and listen. For I will speak, not in the fire, not in the earthquake, but in the still, small voice. That is where I am, not in chaos, but in calm, not in panic, but in peace. You will not find your answers in fear. You will find them in my presence. The tragedy that tries to reach you cannot cross the boundary I have drawn unless you walk toward it. So stay with me. Stay in the shelter. Stay under the covering of obedience. Stay where my whisper can reach you. I am not warning you to frighten you. I am warning you because I love you. Because you are too valuable to lose. Because you are too anointed to fall prey to what was never meant to touch you. And yes, child, there are more battles ahead. But I have gone before you. I have already seen the war and declared your victory. And I will be with you every step. When you kneel in prayer, when you weep in silence, when you rejoice in small wins, and even when you feel like giving up, I will be your strength. I will be your song. You are not the tragedy the enemy planned. You are the testimony I am writing, and your story is not over yet. My child, I am not finished speaking to you. Come closer. Let your heart be still and your spirit open, for there is more I must reveal. The storm you sense, the tension in the air, the uneasiness pressing against your chest, it is not your imagination. It is the evidence of a war not waged in flesh and blood, but in spirit. A war for your destiny, your peace, your very soul. And yet, even now I hold back the full force of the enemy. Even now I lift my hand to shield you, to protect you from what you cannot see. I have kept things from touching you that you never even knew approached. I have blocked assignments against you before they could manifest. Because I love you, because I have chosen you, because you are mine. The enemy has tried to make you numb to the warnings, to the signs, to my voice. He wants you to grow indifferent so that you no longer notice when I'm prompting you. But I am stirring you again. I am waking up your discernment. I am sharpening your ears to my whisper so that you will not miss what I am about to do. The tragedy that draws near is not just an attack on your life, but on your legacy. The enemy wants to poison what flows from you, your words, your influence, your love. He wants to infect your relationships, your purpose, your identity. But I say, not so, not on my watch, not if you stay close. You were born for such a time as this. This is not just survival. I am calling you to spiritual awakening. The shaking around you is not just a threat. It is a divine invitation. I am not just protecting you from what's coming. I am also preparing you for what's next. Because, child, after this storm comes promotion. Yes, the very thing that threatened to break you will be the bridge I use to elevate you. The very pain you're enduring now will become the platform for the power I'm about to release in your life. But first, listen. Stay steady. Do not let your emotions lead you. Do not let frustration cause you to move without me. Some of the warfare you've been experiencing is because you're about to step into what I promised you. The closer you get to fulfillment, the more aggressive the enemy becomes. But this is not the time to retreat. This is the time to press in deeper, to trust even when your eyes can't see, to declare my promises over your life, even when everything around you says the opposite. I need you to stand in faith, not fear. I need you to walk in wisdom, not reaction. I need you to remember that your strength does not come from how well you perform, but from how closely you walk with me. You've asked me, Lord, how will I know what to do? And I say, I will guide you step by step. You've asked me, what if I fail? And I say, I have already written your redemption into the places where you stumble. You've asked, who will go with me? And I say, I have gone before you, and I walk beside you, and I will carry you when you cannot walk on your own. Do not let your heart grow hard. Do not let bitterness take root. Do not let the offenses of others stain the purity I have placed in you. I am calling you to walk in love, not weakness, but my kind of love. The kind that forgives even when it hurts. The kind that hopes even when disappointed. The kind that stands firm even when misunderstood. For this is how the enemy's plans unravel, not always with mighty shows of power, but with quiet obedience, with whispered prayers, with faith that refuses to give up. And yes, through every delay, through every unanswered prayer, through every moment of waiting, I have been forming something in you that no enemy can destroy. You are not fragile, beloved. You are refined. You are not forgotten. You are appointed. You are not lost. You are led. And you are not the victim of tragedy. You are the testimony of triumph. There is still time to turn what was meant for evil into glory. There is still time to draw near, to abide, to walk the narrow road. The tragedy that was sent against you is already trembling because you are listening, because your heart is softening again, because you are aligning with my will, and that alignment is your covering. Don't let go of this word, child. Let it sink deep. Let it breathe in you when fear rises. Let it anchor you when the world shakes. For I have not spoken in vain. I have not warned you to stir panic, but to produce peace. The peace that comes when you know I am in control, even of the chaos. You are mine, sealed, covered, surrounded. The fire may come close, but it will not consume you. The waters may rise, but they will not drown you. The arrows may fly, but they will not pierce you, because I am your shield, your defender, your fortress, your everlasting God. And now I speak this final word over you. Rest in me, hide in me, worship even now, and let your worship be your weapon. Let your praise confuse the enemy. Let your love defy the darkness. Let your prayers open the heavens. Let your faith rise like a banner, because you are not going under. You are going through, you are going higher, and you are coming out of this with a testimony no tragedy could silence. You are my beloved, you are my chosen. You are not the end, I am. You are not the answer, I am. And I will never leave you. Even now, I am with you. Even now, I fight for you. Even now, I am trying to save you. If this message spoke to your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to Jesus' blessed message for more powerful words from God. And if you believe this word was for you, type Amen in the comments. Let the enemy see your agreement with God.